welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Danders, the hardest working man in comics.
I'm Ryan Seymour, King of Comic Town. And 2 weeks in a row, we have new books on time.
Yes, we do.
It's a new record.
And it's a lot of books.
It is.
Like, almost feel like they've dropped off books that you didn't get before. Like,
it feels like it.
It's a ton.
Yeah.
A ton. We actually had to select which books we were gonna talk about, and
I had 11. 11, and I'm like, I gotta cut back.
I mean, only for the show. Only for the show. You know. Otherwise, we'd be here all day, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so last week we talked about starting a commentary time frame.
Yes, we did.
I saw some of the comments that we got, and the bots are
Bots are powerful.
bots are active, man. Like,
Someone went, go bots.
wow, and yeah, your responses had me dying. Though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys don't know, check out the comments from last week's show, and let's get started on some comments for this week's show. Let's try to do it bot-less, though.
Yeah.
Because...
Actual viewers.
Yeah, that's important, because the things that they want to talk about, we don't get paid enough.
Economics.
We don't get paid enough. Yeah. That's all. Let's say that right now. All right, so we've got our honorable mentions here.
Yes.
We've got one that's the same. Everything else is different.
Yes.
Where do you want to start?
Let's go. All right, how about this? You start with Support Our Shops,
Yes.
the AfterShock hookup book.
Yes. Okay. AfterShock did this awesome piece. Support Our Shops, S.O.S. Cullen Bunn, Steve Orlando, Layla Leyes, Jamie McKelvey, David Mack, Simon Kodransky, Stephanie Phillips, Phil Hester, Juan Cho, what up? Jerry Ordway, Marshall Dillon, Rose Stein, Ted Brandt, Cliff Richards, Zach Thompson, Gordon Purcell, Guy Major, Don Kramer, Bruce McCorkindale, and Aaron Douglas all contributed to this. Okay, so here's the one interesting thing to me.
Yes.
Is this is all about some of these creators talking about their historic, relationship with shops and how it kind of put them on, and it taught them that there was an industry here.
Yeah.
The most interesting thing for AfterShock to put this book out is that no matter what, all of these creators that are referencing old books cannot be referencing AfterShock books.
Yeah.
That's such a very powerful thing. When you talk about a selfless venture, this is a company that is built on really great talent and amazing titles.
Yeah.
None of them can be mentioned here because historically they didn't exist at the time. We're talking decades into some of these people's readership.
Yeah.
That's when AfterShock comes about. So I thought this was a very, very heartfelt move, because not only are you supporting shops, but you're literally promoting rival publishers by way of the timestamp, and that was powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's great stories though. Some of them are. I mean, I know them. Cullen Bunn was talking about being on road trips and finding books to read. I know that life. It was really, really magical. This cover is beautiful. David Mack, Eisner Award nominee this year. Get that. Dope. But yeah, I just thought that was such an interesting talking point that they are so dedicated to supporting the massive structure that is the direct market. They are actively promoting books that they don't control. They don't own. They have no dog in that fight, but it is the truth.
Yeah, it would have been so easy to do okay, here, creative teams, give us a 3-page anthology story of an upcoming book you've got.
Yep.
But
No, they said tell personal stories, even if it's not our books. This is about comics. This is about the direct market and our efforts to save it. And that is probably the most commendable thing I think I've ever seen as a company has ever done, is to literally promote everyone else. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. So love you guys for that. I had to give it some love. Great read. What else you got?
Well, I will segue into an AfterShock book.
Oh, snap!
Yep. All right, Godkillers, War on Terror, number 3, Mark Sable, Man House. Alrighty, so for those not familiar with the title, it is a group of researchers, soldiers, theologians that have put together because there are monsters, and they're the special black ops team that is sent to deal with them. So far, we have seen a Pendaglin, which is...
You keep bringing it up.
It's one of...
They
mention it 3 times in here. It's one of the coolest, sweetest, most misunderstood. King Kong was misunderstood. Penaglins are misunderstood.
We'll agree to disagree.
They're like the granny goodness of vampires.
Okay, that we can agree on.
Yeah,
you're right.
So in this one, they are sent after a djinn.
Okay.
It's interesting. There's a really cool way that the person is able to trick the person that's in control of the djinn. It's I
awesome.
can't really talk about it too much because it'll spoil it. Because when you're like, oh wait, snaps.
Got you.
That's cool.
Is that a reference to a company type thing there? Is that a... Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, so they're building the universe. We've a new player, and it shows up. It's just freaking good. It's like violence against monsters, and nobody loses if you're the reader.
Yep.
I mean, you're the loser if you're the person in the background getting bitten in half by a rock.
Don't be that.
Don't be that person.
Simple.
Be the reader.
Was he wearing a red shirt? He was wearing a red shirt, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Yep.
Okay? Pick your costumes better. That's all we're saying. Which one do you want to go next? You want to go different still, or?
Yeah, you go Harley because it's one I'm curious about. I was burnt so bad by the Osiris that I was afraid to go to a book by a completely different creative team.
Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, Book 2, Black Label. It's Amanda Condor, Jimmy Palmiotti with Alex Sinclair. So everything that wasn't in the Osiris one is here. There is congenital conversation. Yeah, I said it just like that for reasons. It's violent, it's funny, snappy, inappropriate. Do not give this to your grandma. Or maybe give it to your grandma. Yeah, depends on what she's like. The kooky nature of the caper involved, fantastic. Everybody is like they're so well done. Like you get it. The voices are snappy. It's definitely a Harley book. Yeah. But the other players work, and yeah. It's good.
If you're DC editorial, how do you have two books that are Birds of Prey going at the same time, both Black Label?
Like virtually like polar opposites.
Right.
Polar opposites.
Like you hear the pitch and you're like, okay, we're going to skip this one, we're going to go with that one.
Yeah. And when you're looking at the creative team that's involved here, particularly with Amanda, who has Harley down to a T. Like there is no other Harley Quinn writer. Like there really almost shouldn't be. But to integrate the Birds of Prey into it so perfectly, it's everything that you wanted. Yeah. Like if they make I'm gonna say it. While I enjoyed the movie, this is a better version. This is a version that's not trying so hard to be over the top, but is still over the top. So
there you go.
If you enjoyed it and want more, there it is. That's the one for you. This is the one. Yeah.
From Behemoth Press.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the first comic that we've gotten from that publisher thus far. Oh my gosh, this is so fun.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's got a lot of writers on it. Christian Moran, Corey Coleman, Brockton McKinney, created by Christian Moran, interior art and colors by Walt Barna. The name of is Path of Osiris, which I'm now upset because that name has been taken and I can't do my doom metal tribute album with that particular title, so thanks. But it is 2001 Space Odyssey. It is ancient aliens. It is questioning man's place in the universe, but not in a horror way, just this very scientific, very exploratory, existential way. And it's got like bad guys with laser guns.
Yeah.
Because it's got this person who is an archaeologist. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it without spoiling much. This dude that's an archaeologist has been brought on board for some kind of space mission in the 1980s. And he doesn't really know why an archaeologist would be chosen for a space mission, why the government would want that. The government also isn't telling him much. And as the story unfolds, we are taken into this place that is so Eric von Däniken that, I loved it. If any of your triggers are Ancient Aliens, 2001: A Space Odyssey, we'll skip that, the sequel to it, because that really wasn't. This is your jam right here. This is your jam. So you're going to want to pick it up. Plus, the name of the company is Behemoth.
Yeah, who is this? Like, I've not heard of this company before, and looking at some of the books that they're promoting.
Yeah. That stuff looks really cool. There's that.
Yeah.
The backup. There's like a 5-page backup story in this one, and
that was nuts.
Yeah. Like if that dude is that dude a hit person? Is it just some crazy person with a rabbit mask? Like
rabbit mask.
Yeah, rabbit mask. I haven't trusted rabbits in Watership Down. It's true. It's true. I'm a
And this
grown-ass
is like
man.
Miami Vice meets Deadpool
Yeah, with a rabbit mask.
with
yeah.
a rabbit mask. Like,
Yeah, that's a dental plan that I can get behind.
you know what?
That's the Punisher's dental plan.
That's the Punisher's hug.
Yeah.
That's how he mouth kisses. So, last but certainly not least, from IDW, Sleeping Beauties. It was or is an adaptation of a Stephen King piece. So he's given credit here. Stephen King, Owen King, adapted by Rio Ewers.
Yeah.
Art by Allison Sampson. Colors by Triana Tree Farrell or Farrell. Triana Tree. That is a dope name.
That's a pretty sweet name.
That is a dope name. So this is a very messy book,
Yes.
and it reminds me of the artwork from the Hit Girl in India
Yes.
set, which I really, really enjoyed. It creates, and when I say messy, like it's got a rawness to it that creates like a very ethereal sort of dreamlike state to it, which is really nice for the weirdness of the story. Like, because the story is weird. It's a little jumpy. I mean, it's what happens when you try to take Stephen King, who is very verbose with his words, and try to break it down to simple comic book storytelling. It's tough. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was weird, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Kind of X-Files-ish.
If you're not familiar with the original stuff, it's some disease or something is causing women to fall asleep and not wake up. And not wake up in the sense that they're dead, but they're just unconscious.
Right.
And they're also enveloped almost in a cocoon-like thing.
Right.
And there's somebody that seems unaffected by it. And there's like a mixture of like, there's a little bit of childlikeness, and at the same time, no, that's evil.
Yeah. Because there's some moves that they make that I don't need them to come visit me tomorrow. No. Like I've got other things to do. So,
but that scene did give me a phrase that I'm going to have to try not to use in my regular life.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Earth. Will that get us flagged by YouTube if I say it?
Yes, you will.
All right.
Yes, you will.
You'll read it and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's Earth to something.
He says it with love.
Yeah,
Okay. He says it with love. That's just what it
compassion.
is. But yeah, no, I liked it. I think it's an interesting direction for IDW, who is kind of being known right now for some franchise-oriented material.
Yeah.
This is something really new,
Yeah.
fresh, and I dug it.
Yeah.
I dug it a lot.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah. If you guys like it, as well you should also like this episode. Do that right now. All right, so moving on to the acrylic.
Jace.
This was tough.
It was.
This was super tough. Because there was a lot of things I really enjoyed, and to separate them was difficult. Where do you want to go first? We got all three the same here. Thank goodness.
Let's do
Do it.
Let's do
Good call.
Bleed Them Dry.
Good call. Bleed Them Dry, number one. A Ninja Vampire Tale.
Done.
Right? Like,
Where are you like?
what else do we need to talk about? Anything? No?
No.
Good. Vault. This is a meaty read for $3.99.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's not necessarily a bigger book, but there was a lot of
There's a lot.
content in here, and I really, really dug it. This book, written by Elliot Rahal, awesome dude who we first met, introduced through some AfterShock stuff.
Yeah.
So, love his work. I think he's out of Minnesota. Awesome. Art by, so I think the artist's name is pronounced DK Ruan. I'm putting in a spin. It could be like Ruan, but I think DK actually kind of, or Deke maybe? I don't know. Either way,
Good stuff.
like looking at the art, immediately I got the feel of Olivier Coipel.
Yeah.
And I was there because I was like, yo.
It is very, very much like that.
This is dope. The line work, the choices. I wouldn't be surprised if like this is actually Olivier and just working
It's like on the side.
just on the side, just doing
Technically, I'm
extra
not
stuff.
allowed to do anything for
Right,
Vault.
like
but
I'm under contract, but this other person who happens to draw like me, nudge, nudge.
but this is so cool. It's like if Coipel was designing a Blade Runner kind of thing, because it takes place in the year 3333.
Listen to all the things he just said. We're introduced to a world where vampires have been integrated into society of sorts.
Yes.
They have an exclusionary existence, we'll say. They've got a special place built for them. Still policed with typical societal structures, but things are different. And there is a serial killer who is actively going after them. And
which is a bold move.
Man.
Because we find out that vampires are superior to humans in most senses.
Pretty much. God, this is such a beautiful book.
Yeah. Because that plot hook at the end where I'm like,
man.
So where are we going?
Right.
And who's that?
And who is this? And what?
Yeah.
When presumably the hero shows up at the end of the first issue and you thought you were following the hero the whole time?
Yeah. No, they got me.
Yeah.
It's like that meme. In the first half, I thought. Because I was like, oh, okay, this has got to be the...
No. No, this is really well done. Like I said, if you like Copiel's work, you need to pick this up. You need to experience it because this will be an artist to watch.
Yeah.
Like, flat out, without question, you'll need to.
Yeah.
100%.
And the way Elliot brings us along through like the notes that the officer is taking, the thought bubbles. It's just
it's great
work,
character building.
Elliot.
Everything. Yeah, this is fantastic.
God, the art's beautiful too.
Right.
And yeah, the color difference between the two. I was like, that's kind of weird. Oh. Sometimes you have a cup of coffee.
Yep.
Sometimes you have a cup of Joe.
Sometimes you don't. Oh, not Joe.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I'm a father. As I make jokes like that because
Oh man, we're just gonna go ahead and put this up on the acrylic now. Made it weird. What's the next one that you want to do?
Well, all right. Last week I had complaints about ludocrats.
Fair game.
So I will. I think we should. It's fair to say, Once in Future by Kieran Gillen is amazing. It's the other side of the spectrum in terms of his ability to write, because this is so stupid good. Like the seamless integration of yet a completely different culture's epic hero, villain, whatever, is so well done. I love Gran.
So I feel like I missed an issue, and that's my fault. That's my folly. It is my penance. So picking this up when said person of the other nature shows up, I'm like, oh, okay. The notion of said newcomer and the previous villain having any sort of clash, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
is that would they? No, I guess they wouldn't be friends, would they?
Yeah. But then the intermediary,
Man. So much cool.
right?
So much cool.
Like how sly do you have to, like at your comfort level, at your power level, to do what he does there?
High.
I'd be scared.
High.
I would be.
Because, I mean, like, this
Right.
dude is like, nah, this is what we're doing. This is how it's going down.
Yeah.
Meaning you, and that's that. But what I love, and here's the thing that I really want anybody that's watching this to take away from it. Read Once in Future, then go and read some classic literature so that you fully understand who these characters are.
Yeah.
That's when you are inspired to go back and read other things, especially classic stories.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's what this creative team of Kieran Gillen, Dan Moore, and Tamara Bonvillain, what they've achieved is they've set in front of you an Arthurian legend, kind of, and another one in this one.
Yeah.
And if you don't know those characters,
Go back and find them.
go back and read them, and you'll be blown away.
Yep.
And any of the twists that they put on those characters to make it work for this, you will appreciate so much.
This was maybe my favorite page.
That panel at the bottom.
Because like the way that it breaks down story-wise, it's not action-packed, but it absolutely is, all at the same time. And with this moment, it's like, hey, you're not, and when you see it, you're like, oh snap,
They are.
Oh snap! Like that was such a cool moment, man. Like the way that they are weaving together all these different elements.
I wonder for the choices in terms of like the way, especially the new character looks.
Yeah.
Like is that Dan Mora? Like, does that come from him?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because the little subtle changes that they make to him that really set the character apart from being like something in the physical, natural world.
Right.
Are really cool.
Are super awesome.
They're just enough.
Right.
And you're like, okay, this is definitely not someone of our plane. And then,
but at the same time,
yeah,
unstoppable. Literally unstoppable.
Because if they're real,
right? What else could be?
Yeah.
That's the question. What I love is the subtle hint to one of his most well-known adventures.
Yeah.
In the trickery of who it is that is bothering them.
Yeah.
You know, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
Because if you know it, you're like, oh, I get that reference. I know what you're talking about, and it's awesome. Like again, be inspired to go back and read other literature that obviously is inspiring awesome literature like this.
And this is why I've got a Donny Cates tattoo. I don't.
But you will.
I will.
Yeah, I'm not even mad at that. Donny Cates, Nick Klein, Matt Wilson, Thor #5. Long awaited, incredibly missed.
It's stupid good. Here's the one problem I've got with Thor right now, and this isn't anything with any of the creators.
Yeah.
I think the second issue in this run now has spiked online. It's going for like $20-25.
Ooh.
So it's now going to be tough to go back.
Yeah.
And get the run. And we're only 5 issues in.
Right.
So you might have to wait for a trade.
Yeah.
But even if you have to, wait, because it is that good. It is that insanely good. The winter. It doesn't play. It doesn't play. We find out something about Galactus. One of the things I love about Donny Cates is he's basically out Jim Starlin in this epic cosmic world that he's building, and he's had the perfect artist for each story, like Trad Moore
every time
with Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Nick Klein is just absolutely killing it with the Norse mythology epic, next level stuff going on with this one. Damn.
You know, I thought that he had done what he could do.
Right.
In the Marvel Cosmic scope. I'll shut up and just sit down and just watch.
Yeah.
Because the things that Donnie is doing as a writer. Okay, let me I figured it out. I figured out the secret sauce of how to be a truly successful writer. So like going forward, y'all gonna see some wild stuff from me because I figured it out. And this, like I thought I figured it out yesterday, and then I read this and I was like, holy crap, that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah.
This takes it to a place I don't even know.
Yeah.
When
that
right there.
Yeah. I was like, go on.
Right, because you're like, wait, what? Wait, what?
So, has there been a lie perpetrated on us?
Or it is a very cyclical turn where one always is the way of the Sith. You know, it is what it is. And what a thing to do. Like, I can't even imagine, like, to ask that question. What if this person was
Right.
What?
Yeah.
What? No, that person has... Yeah, but what if they were... What?
Yeah. Because the power level ratchets up to such an extent. Like I don't know. It's so difficult because the plot twist at the end is just done in 2 words. 2 words.
2.
And
Let me be frank, man. If I was Thor, I'd go home.
right?
After that phrase, I'm going home.
'Cause what are you gonna do?
Nothing. Nothing to do. There is nothing to do. No thanks. I'm going home.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck, everybody.
It was a good run.
You know, maybe we don't need 9 realms, 10 realms. Maybe we can just do with 1.5. Maybe.
We've been greedy.
Something. You know what I'm saying? You know what? If it belongs to you, okay, then it's yours. Clearly, I don't need to be. You know, a good king doesn't steal. And please stop hitting me. Like that's.
Yeah.
I just. Wow.
Yeah. Because there's nothing left.
Yeah.
You've entered the cul-de-sac of life, and
I've seen enough.
Yeah.
I've seen enough, and I'm just gonna go. Yeah, this is one where I'm gonna say it. Where do you go from here? How do you stop that? How?
I don't know.
How? Okay? Like, and it's not even like me like questioning you. I need to experience the how. I need to know when's the next issue coming out? Next week?
I wish.
Come on. It should be here. Like, we've had some time. This should have been here already.
I don't even know if issue 6 has been final order cut off yet.
Stop it.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously?
Because how do you get out of it?
I need it. That's the question. That is like literally writer, fan, whatever. I need to know, how do you solve that problem? Because I can't see it. I can't. But I wanna.
Yeah.
I wanna see it. I wanna see it right now. Man. Could you name everyone here?
Oh, and that splash?
Yeah. Yeah, I got everybody.
So now I'm wondering. So I want to say yes. But
Yeah. I think you can. I believe you can.
pretty decent chunk of them.
Yeah.
Like-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 11 folks? 10 or 11? I might have counted somebody twice. I tell you what, though, if he actually had to fight this group, that would suck.
That would suck.
That would.
But it doesn't suck as much as the suck at the end.
No,
of the book.
no, the suck at the end is
It's a lot of suck.
Suck. Like,
Like,
whoa.
do you just
Again, yeah, like that's one where, you know what? Hold on. I might have to. Okay, let's see. The editor on this, Sarah Brunstad and Will Moss. I want to message them and be like, so when he brought that to you, how quickly did you go, no, you can't do that? Like, can you do that? Like, I want to know what your process was.
there would have to have been, here's issue 6.
Right. And you go, yeah, because you can't just pitch me number 5.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, I'll get to you in a month. No. Sit down. Where are you going? Where are you going with this?
Yeah.
I need to know. What? Yeah. When you get there, what I want to know is, how high in your top, we'll say 10 comic book moments, how high does that rate for you?
It's up there.
It's in my top 10. Actually, a lot of pieces in this series have become my top 10.
Donny Cates can do that thing called writing pretty well.
Like, really, really well. Like, going back, man, when Thor threw Mjolnir at Beta Ray Bill and he caught it, like, did you forget? Like, dude, it's technically my hammer.
Yeah.
Like, you only have this back because your dad decided that instead you should have it and I get a different one. Like, what are you doing? Like,
No.
bro.
Yeah. Because there has to be already be the way out of it.
Yes. Unless he's frantically running around right now, just like, I can't figure it out. I don't know what to do. I've ridden myself in a corner. And if that's the case, Donnie, I understand, bro. Like, I wish you all the best. Sacrifice an eye or something in order to see the way out. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Depth perception is key.
Yeah, it's important. But if you have to, I get it. Because how do you get out of this?
Yeah.
How do you get out of this? Oh, my God. Such good reads.
Yes.
Such good reads. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed that episode, this episode specifically, hit the like button. If you want to get more goodness like this, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because we'll send this to you in your inbox every week.
Every week. And we got a Patreon that we're going to be starting back up here soon, probably with an interview, kicking it off with an interview with a very cool creator. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to be a part of that, all of that, because we're going to do awesome things like that. This is the brand new Black, White, and Red all over. For you. All of you.
Except you.
Well, forget them.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about it. Do something.